Well, all right. Let's get things started here. Now, obviously, if you are watching this, you are watching on YouTube because I haven't gotten around to actually starting the stream on Discord yet. And there goes my roll of paper towels. Wonderful. One moment here. My apologies for the momentary distraction. Shit happens. Happens to all of us. Happens without warning. Needs to be dealt with. All manner of unexpected shit goes on. But anyway, you're clearly watching this on YouTube because I haven't actually started the stream on Discord yet. So now that I have wiped down my screen, let me put on the glove and you can do the little YouTube dance. Hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe. Well, there's nothing to comment on just yet. And let me fire up Curtain Call 2. Now, here's where we left off last week, of course. And we're going to continue with that. But first, I'm going to jump into the voice chat over on the Discord. And well, that's weird. Oh, there we go. So let me jump on in here and we'll fire up the screen share. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There we go. And come on. Stream is still running. What is going on? It's not showing. Not actually showing my stream. Hold on here. Let me share my screen. This is just the nature of streaming. It's the way shit goes. Sometimes things go weird. I don't know why. They just do. And Discord is being weird at me now. Discord does not want me to share my screen. Okay, well, anyway, as I was saying a little bit earlier, you recall that we had a to-do list on all the stuff that was going on with Gura, all the stuff that I needed to fix. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to duplicate that to-do list, and I'm going to work from a copy of it, and I'm going to go through and using a relatively large transparent brush. Let me click through to the one that's actually. Now we still need to work on, let's see, feet and shoes, fin placement. I did some work on, so let's pull that. The face window we did some work on and fixed that. The profile, I wanted smaller teeth up top. I wanted the hairline fixed. The hairline still needs to be done, but something about shading? I don't know. Back of head, which I kind of addressed there. So what we're looking at here is the mouth, the blushies. We want the eyes and the gills, and we want to work on the hairline. So that's kind of where we want to jump in on there, as those major bits. And we want to do boulder lines in here on the I want to do boulder lines on that, and I want to work on the feet and the shoes. The tail shading, I think, needs to get some work, but mostly this is the stuff that we need to work on here. And Now let me scroll back down to a smaller brush, and hey, there we go. Windowed projector, there we go. And stream quality, smoother video, yeah, okay. Go live, and we'll see what happens. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. It does not seem to have my stream yet, but that's okay, because I'm recording over here. So let's go back to the black, and we want to leave a note for the hairline. That's something that we want to work on. And let's lead off with the eyes and the gills. Because looking at where the eyes and the gills are placed, right here, now we're going to jump into the color left layer here. And from this layer, we're going to, let me turn off the to-do there. We're going to put some gray there. And is that about the right color? Looks like it is, so we'll put another one over here. The one over here does need to be a little larger because perspective. And then we need some, on the vector line layer, the gills. Is that about right? That's not right. Let's drop this down to about 5. And we need a pair of nostrils in the middle, there and there, there and there rather. And then we're going to need a little farther down the gills, which are going around the side there. Actually, let's do these a little farther up this way here and a little farther up this way here. Those the right distance apart. It's just 3 lines, but it looks like what we have is we have 2 of them about halfway between the fin and the eye, and then one a little closer. So let's do that on both sides. And there we go. That looks pretty good. So now, what we're looking at with the hairline is we've got about the right hairline, actually. And we've got about the right stuff going on with it, mostly. But I want to redo. We're still in the vector line space, right? Okay. So what I want to do is I want to come down here to my vector eraser, and I want to pull some of these older lines. And let's do our little sweep down under the eye there, and then one down into the cheekbone there. Now we want one under the jaw here. And finally, one down here. Now let's scroll in and pull up our vector eraser and clean some stuff up. There we go. bad. Up here, that needs to go, that needs to go. Should get rid of that little bit and that little bit, and then we'll finally take care of those little bits there. The vector eraser tool is really very, very nice for this sort of stuff. So let's clear that up a bit. And I'll come down here and we want to I think in terms of yank that off and that there. Now I want this to kind of swoop up. And then I want another swoop here. Yeah, like so. And then we'll have one final swoop right in that location. That looks about right. But there we are. So now we've got a clean feeling area here. And now let's jump over to our color. Clean up this space in here. And that bit right there, I'm going to have to clear that out with some, I have to put a vector line in there to it needs to be on the vector line layer, and it needs to be in black. And that's the wrong angle. Wrong angle, wrong angle. About right, but wrong place. Too bold. Too bold. There, that's about right. Back to the color. Clear up that space there. Clear up that space there. And then we'll a little bit more in here. Clean that up. Over to our watercolor brushes I want to get. I'll go to transparent watercolor and pull this down and just want to kind of fuzz that upward there. And now let's scroll out somewhat. I think I want to tighten up that line there, just to give it a cleaner edge. And same there. And now we want some white. Let's get that white in there. And hereabouts, get this skin cleaned up there. And that looks like it's on the vector line, so let's get that cleaned up from there. And now we have once again got the same general kind of situation as we had with the other side, which is, and we're working on the vector line layer, which is not what we wanted to do. Back to color left. Okay, back to the vector line layer to do that little erasure that we had before. And now we're back to the color left layer. I'm such a great example of how to use layers. I'm still not really used to it. I have trouble swapping around between them. And there should be a shadow from the hood over here. In fact, there should be a shadow from the hood in general. There should be right here. I should get a kind of light gray, like maybe around there. And we'll come over to shading. We'll scroll in here to put a little shading there, and we don't actually need any shading over here, really. We need, well, we need a bit up under the hair here. And I think here, this is going to kind of come across like so. So there's some shading there. Now we'll pull this down here. And we'll go, here's some shading from the hood. Shading from the hood. It's urban shading. And we'll just kind of line as we go, and this is going to kind of shift a bit as we come. So here's that, and here's that. I got some shading here and here. It's going to get a little bit wider as we go across, so there it is there. Okay, so see what we're looking at this level. It's a significantly better look. I think I want to, on the vector line, I want to expand that upward. And that'll give us kind of a better look to it. We also need down here on the colors, there's a bunch of kind of light shading that gets done on Gura's hair. which kind of goes transparent watercolor. Why is it going over top of the... Okay. I've got some lines that aren't on the vector layer. Okay. Gotta jump back to my India ink and back to my black. Now let's see how that comes out. Turn off the vector line. If I turn off the shading, if I turn off color left, yeah, I just put those on the color layer when the entire point is to put them on the vector layer. Color left. Okay, then there we go. That looks about right. Turn color left back on. Not bad. So now we'll turn off the vector line and go, how are we going to get rid of this? Turned off the vector line, we go back to color left and we go, we'll pull that black bit off of there. I'll pull that black bit off of there. We'll kind of firm up the light blue and come over to our transparent watercolor and kind of fuzz it a bit. Give it a softer edge. Then we'll go and turn our vector lines back on. And upon turning the vector lines back on, things look... Well, things are a little bit messed up, honestly. Let me go over here to our vector lines and we'll see what we can do in terms of... Now, I know we have various options for well, Discord is shitting itself at the moment. Wow, it's yeah, it's thoroughly confused. It's still got me hooked up in voice chat, but it's got my screen share turned off. Let me jump in and put that back on and see if there we go. That works. Okay, so we've actually finally got the stream working. Okay, so the stream is up and running. The video was working fine anyway. I'm pretty sure of that, so y'all are still enjoying yourselves. The mouth here needs a bunch of work, but for the moment, let me try to work with the layer selection area, auto select. Now I know there's a object editing vector. there's a way to work with these vectors more directly. Like you can pinch the lines and move them around. Let's see, it's not under eraser. Operation object. And we're on a vector layer. Now I've done this before, and I know it's possible. Correct line, that's what I'm looking for. Subtool correct line. Now, what I want to do is I want to pinch vector line. I want to move it over to the right location. There we go, right there. I'll move this one over too. Oh, that's not right. So I'll just pinch that. There we go. Now, scroll in on that and we'll go over to line and eraser. Correct line is, I've got that mapped over to, yeah, okay. Eraser, vector, and let's see if I can clean these up a bit. I want to clean that up. Nope. Nope. Detached areas. There we go. And come up here, see how things are going up there. Everything's looking fine, so we'll come over to the color left and we'll go to the India ink. The hell is going on there? Is that in shading? It is not. Is that in vector line? Looks like it might be. Yes, it is. Take that on out of there. And now we'll go back to brush. Grab that. We'll kind of we need to come down to the right layer again. And we've got some stray bits in the vector line, so let's erase those very quickly. I'll come back out, see what we're doing, see how we're doing. Okay, let's have a look at, let's come in here. And what we want to do is clear up the hair. So first of all, here's our hairline. There it is. And let's clean up the color around the hair. Right in here. Clean up the color around the hair like so. Jump in there. We want all of the skin tone areas to be covered. This area is kind of sloppy, but okay, yeah, let's go back to our vector line layer, back to our black pen. Now we'll erase some of these sloppier vector bits. And we want to be erasing the intersection. Okay. Back to the brush, back to the color layer. And is that on the shading? That's on the shading. We want to erase. I don't know what I was using that huge eraser for. Okay, back to the brush. That's the shading layer again. Okay, back to the color layer. We're going to fill in hair at this point. Make sure we go to the places that are erroneously skin colored, like right here. And once I've got that taken care of, we'll go with, here's that area. And now I want to take that opaque watercolor and I want to just kind of fill in that space over there. Now, clean up that tooth there. Here's some skin tone we want to put back. More skin tone, more skin tone. Get that cleaned up. And there's a substantial amount of just kind of light gray in Gura's hair. When you really zoom in on it, I'm going to take I take this particular reference and I'm going to jack up the opacity on it, and you still can't really tell. But yeah, there's a bunch of areas in her hair that are just they have a light gray to them. So what I want to do is I want to get some of that in there, and I want to get it in with transparent watercolor. It goes on the color left. So let's make that somewhat smaller. I want to get a kind of that's too light. A little darker with it. Okay, so let's do, yeah, right there. And it gives us a kind of a dark gray. A light gray, rather. Gives us some light gray that we can kind of pull into the nearby space and soften. And it just kind of fades in like that. And here again, we're gonna kind of fade that upward. And we're gonna come over here to our gray. Kind of fuzz that in, and we pull that out. We've got some more texture look to the hair. And now I want to get a bit bolder on the blue. I also want to fade it somewhat, so let's just kind of pull that in around there. Kind of pixely around the edges there, but that's because this is a relatively small image. So it doesn't look bad once you actually get out at a distance. And okay, let's beef up these lines here. First of all, we want to be we want to be working in the we want to beef this up so that we've got a good, solid, bold border all the way along. So, and then we just want to do the same down here. Whip. Just somewhat easier because that's almost completely straight. And now when we zoom out of that, yep, bolder but not too bold. Other things I want to do here. Shoes. I want to get in here and do shoes. So what we're looking at here is, okay, on the vector line layer here, we're looking at doing a little sock cuff. So there's the sock right there, and then we need the shoe. And this one is going to be kind of pointed down. Gura's kind of a sensible shoe person, isn't she? Kind of hunky looking shoes. No, we got more of a high top vibe going here. So we got the bunched up sock. And then we have kind of an ankle boot looking thing. And then from there, we have that, and that's gonna come around like that. And then this leg is gonna come down just a little farther, like so. And that's going to have a similar sort of booty thing on it. And that needs to sit at about the same level as her other shoe there. We'll pull that up a bit, and there's going to be the heel, and here's the sole of the shoe, and we want to bring that in somewhat. About like that. Now let's erase some of these erroneous vector bits. And let me see what we got going on here. Those shoes look awfully small. Because they are. Okay, so what we actually want to do here, let's one vector line, right? Yeah, okay. And we're on an eraser now. So switch back over here. And what we want to do is make these shoes a bit longer. You know what? I need to I need to remove all of this. And I need to think in terms of, well, first of all, I need to back to my brush, go to a transparent, and color left. Pull this part right here. Pull that out, and we'll pull the shading out. Like so. Let's pull all of that out of there because it doesn't belong there. And then we'll go to the vector layer again. And we will erase these little erroneous bits. And there we go. So for the feet, I need to do some work on the feet. There's definitely been some meaningful progress here tonight. I'm not entirely happy with the amount of progress tonight, but you know what? Let's concentrate on. Let us concentrate on the. Let's concentrate on getting the mouth correct here. There should be 6 teeth, not 5, first of all. Okay, so let's just... Got an eraser? We got an eraser. Vector eraser. Now we do have the general shape of the mouth in place. So let's... Oh, I'm still running on transparent. Oh, she has kind of a swoop in there. Okay, and then we want to go 1, 2, 3 teeth, 4, 5, 6 teeth, and let's zoom in a bit here and jump over to our color left and start cleaning up the little areas in between the teeth right there. And finally, we will grab some white and clean up the teeth themselves. Doesn't take very long, isn't very difficult. And there we go. There we are. That's a much cleaner looking mouth. All right. Okay, I kind of feel good about that. I need to invest some time on studying these shoes, figuring out how to get those in, because I think we need those. We need those shoes. What about the tail shading? Can I do anything about the tail shading? You know what? This bit right here should swoop around. As should this. And I jump down to my vector eraser and clean that up a little bit. That'll work. What the hell is going on here? Oh, it's gotten out of sync somehow. Oh, I know what's going on. It's because I'm on the vector line layer. So let's go back to color. Fix that bit. Clean that up a little. Not happy with that. I'll fix that in a moment here. Now, let's come over to shading and we'll get a little shading in there. Then we'll come out here and we'll go, okay, watercolor brush on the color on the left. I'm gonna go first of all white. Then we've got transparent watercolor, so now we'll just kind of fade that in. Let's get some blue faded in there. This is not going so well. Let's try blending a bit. I'm still not happy with that. I'm not doing a good job on the shading of the tail. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I might have to try and clean this up a bit. And maybe the correct answer is just to start over on that bit. Let's clean up that space there. And that space there. And we'll go back to India ink and some transparent pixels here. Okay. I'll back out and take a look at that. It's been a bit of work. There's not a whole lot of work. The major thing that I need to do here is the feet and shoes. That's the big thing. And the blushies. I need the blushies. I need to get the blushies. So for the blushies, I believe what we worked out was there needed to be a kind of as an airbrushy look. No. It's not. It needs to be on the right layer. That's a little too dark. And a little too. Let's do. Now we'll go to blend. And no. Okay, so let's try this again a little bit thicker. I'm gonna go to the airbrush. The blushies need to be farther out this way. Like right about there. Those are too bold. So let's make them down a bit, maybe. How's that? And now, you know what? Now let's blend, but we'll use a much smaller blending brush. There we go. That's nicer. Honestly, you know what? She's got much more prominent blushes than that. This is about the right color though. So back to the airbrush. And we scroll in and we fix the hair, which should not have blushies in it. Same over here. So I pull out from that. That's good. Turn off the to-do list, and yeah, the big thing is I need to work on the shoes. I'm actually really happy with this so far. It is just a quarter of the finished piece, but this is pretty good, honestly. This is a solid piece of work. I'm still kind of amazed when I do something I consider a solid piece of work. It just seems so unlike me to do anything that's actually fucking decent. But yeah, we're about at an hour, so let's jump in here, and I will go ahead and click off the stream for the video so that I can start getting it uploaded to YouTube. And oh man, I forgot to actually send the tweet announcing my stream. Forgot to announce the stream over on the Discord. Did more work on the cart, as usual. Gura's face and hair were the main focus tonight, and there's a little screenshot that I threw in there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to whack tweet. And there that is. And now I'm going to end the stream and turn off the recording so that I can upload this up to YouTube where people can actually watch it. So, other than the people who actually showed up, which, did anybody? No, nobody actually showed up. Shit happens. Streaming to nobody. Y'all on YouTube, y'all are the only audience for this. Nobody else showed up tonight. Probably means people were tired. Anyway, I have a problem in my bathroom that needs to be cleaned up. I have some links on some new acquisitions that I'm installing in the bathroom. So I've got to finish that up, which means I'm not going to be hanging around afterward talking to people. Anyway, so anyway, like I said, do the little YouTube dance, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all of that sort of stuff, and okay, bye.